Hello, hello, hello. We will be going live in 1 minute. I want to get some water first. Hey, there I am. Oh, there we go. Hello, hold on 1 second. Give me a second. Okay, so. Step over that. Hello. So today I will be making, as you can see, a rug tufting frame. And so let me get my gloves on. So what we're going to be doing today is making a rug tufting frame. Hello, CFL, Debbie Dew, and who's the third one? Oh, Emilio, hello. How's everyone doing? So, if you remember correctly, zoom you around to this one, I have one frame right now. I got this guy, all right? He only does 24 inches. That's all it can handle, really, because it's like 30 by 30, and you really want like 2 inches of space all around it. So you can really only do a 24 inch with that guy. This guy, or should I say, go to this camera, this guy, this guy will be 5 by 6. So this is the fabric for it, and it is folded in half currently. Okay. Bloom. So that's what we'll be working up towards. All right. And so this is like 2 meters by 3 meters, 4 meters, something like that. It's 2 by, yeah. And I have like 6 of them. Took like a month to get in from China and stuff. But yeah, this is 5 feet long ways. This is like, I should say, yeah, height is going to be 5 feet. And then it will be, technically these are 7 feet is what they are currently. And then they're going to be shortened by 6 inches on each side, which will make it 6 feet. Reason why I want to do that is when you shorten it like this, if, let's see, this camera will probably be able to pick it up a lot easier. If you look right here, this guy has this piece sticking off of it, right? And same thing as here. And so I'm going to do that to the top and bottom of my frame so that I can then grab like a pole like this and put it into these guys, which I won't be doing today, but in the future, I have something for it already, and I'm going to like just be breaking it down and putting these little dowels in it and these little like hooks in it, and you can put your fabric or your yarn through it. And so I'm going to shorten mine by 6 inches on each side. That way, you know, obviously 6 and 6, right? That's 12, that's 1 foot. And so a 7-foot thing goes down to 6, right? Also, the stuff that I ordered was 6 feet. So, you know, if I don't, I kind of like thought about it this morning, and I was like, I made my wood 7 feet, and I was like, oh wait, I ordered 6 foot. And I was like, duh. I was like, I need to shorten that sucker. And then plus I kind of remembered this, and I was like, oh, we'll fucking do it that way, right? And then, because that's right, you know, we're the house of improvements here, not the house of perfect, right? We screw stuff off all the time. And then this is what's called, let's see, is it opened? No, it's not opened. It's called a carpet tack. It's the stuff that's on, the stuff that's like on it to hold the yarn in place. Sorry, my bad, the fabric in place. But yeah, see, let's see if I zoom in there. You can kind of see it on the side. Yeah, there you go. See that? That's all like little nails. And they're all facing one direction. They're all kind of like at a 45-degree angle. And so you have to make sure they're all facing outwards. And then that way you'll be able to have it nice and stretched we're going to be using some little squares. These are like perfect 90-degree angles. They're going to go in the 4 corners. And then I have other like smaller pieces. So like 1-foot pieces, some like 4-foot pieces and stuff like that, right? And so we have all of that, and then that will become the base of it. Because right now you're just going to have a rectangle, right? And a rectangle, while nice, it's like you can see this one, how it's attached is it's literally attached to this giant table of mine by these big old things. Well, I don't want this thing on some table. I don't have a 7-foot long table to attach it to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't got that. You know what I mean? I don't have no 7-foot table to attach it to, so it needs legs, right? So all these small pieces, I got 2 big guys, which is basically like that's your side. And so that will be the side itself, and then you have like the smaller pieces to then put around it, you know, to give it support. And then when I really need heavy support, I have just straight up angle iron. You know what I mean? Straight up 90-degree angle with a reinforcer on there. So that will be for your legs. That will be for your body piece. I got a bunch of screws because I couldn't remember if I had screws or not. And then these ones actually come with screws. And then, of course, wear gloves for safety. And so, you know, of course, we got that as well. I really wish I had someone to help me here today. This one's going to be tough. This is going to be hard. Very, very hard to do. But, you know, whatever. I live alone. I work alone. I be alone every single day. So, you know, you just kind of get used to it after a while, knowing that no matter what, you're always going to end up, you know, struggling. But, yeah, I got a little pencil as well. This is the best pencil in the world. If you've never seen them before, they're called Blackwing pencils. See if I can get it to focus. I don't know. They're like real professional drawing pencils. You could tell because the tip is flat. See, it's like flat square and it's flat. It's like a rectangle instead of a circle. And that way you can get in the lines and stuff, because a circle it's harder to do. You can get in those fine lines with it. So first thing we got to do is shorten all of the 4 pieces by 6 inches. And I am going to put it on both sides. I could have just done one side to 12, but that wouldn't have been balanced and it wouldn't look as good. And plus, who's to say that I can't put yarn on both sides, right? Because, I mean, it's so big, I can have one piece here and then 3 steps over, right, have a whole nother piece. Because, I mean, that's the point is I wanted to be able to offer 4 by 6 foot rugs, all right? Well, roughly that size. Because I think that actually, technically, my max is going to be like 4 by 4 for right now. Because if I wanted a 6 foot, you always have to add, so I would have made it even bigger. But it's all right. We can have you give us a month. Yeah, you give us a month to get to you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, the company doesn't have that kind of time. But thanks for the offer, CFL. No problem. But yeah, so I'm going to have these 2 kind of weird camera angles. So we'll see, you know, sorry if it isn't the best. But, you know, I just wanted to show you guys my little process of doing all of this. And that way, because, you know, I've been talking about it for a couple months now that I want to get bigger frames. And so this is my first one that I've ever made. So we'll see how stable it is in the end of the day. It was also my first time ever getting wood cut by the Home Depot people. And what's funny was I go and I get all of it done, right? But I forget the freaking 5-foot sections. And so I go through the whole store. I'm like about to go check out. I'm redoing everything in my mind. And I go, wait a second. I'm missing my side pieces. It was about to be this big. I was about to be as big as it was, which would have been kind of cool to do like a 6 foot by like 3 foot if I wanted to do like Jedi lightsabers and stuff. Something like that, thin pieces, you know? But all right. I digress. Let's start. So let's get this little guy down here. And basically all I'm doing is I drew a little mark at the 6 inches. I'm going to put my 2x4 along the edge of it. So it will be 2 more inches in essentially. Or I can put it 2 inches out, right? But I'm going to put it 2 inches in. Nice thing also is these are all just screwed together. So if I ever wanted to change it, I could, right? Or if later on I wanted to make it half as big, I could stick another 5-foot section in the middle and cut the whole frame in half, right? Or if I took out this section and I could make it bigger if I need, whatever. But I mean, I'm going to plan on having, by the end of the year, probably 3 or 4 frames, at least, if not 5. The reason being is, it takes a day for these to dry, okay? So when they dry, for some reason that thing has, I don't know, I got to fix that. But yeah, so it takes a day for the rug to dry. So the more frames I have, the more I can make a day. And the more I can work on at the same time, right? So if I run out of blue, I don't have to go, oh, well, I'm screwed for the day. I can go, hey, I'll work on this other guy's project and get that one done. Especially like when I was doing, when I went to the event this weekend, I only had like 3 big rugs because it takes so many days to do it all. So all we're going to do is mark all right, so we're going to mark our little holes. Boop, boop, boop. And there, and there. So once we mark our little holes, then I can get my pre-drill, which I did not bring over. Let me go get that. Oh, it should be here. I guess I'll bring it over here. This is my little husky kit. Isn't it cute? That's my little kit. So let's see, I should have one in here, unless it's the other one. You know what, it might be the other one, hold on. Yeah, here it is. Like I knew it was somewhere. All right, yeah, this is the one I was looking for. It's a pre-drilled like little kit. Oh yeah, the first one is the hard one for sure, because I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm doing it live. So, right off the bat, it's always 10% more challenging because you're suddenly doing it in front of people. Also, my screws are like 1-inch screws and a 2-inch piece, right? Makes sense? Actually, I don't love the placement of that one. I think I was a little off center with it. Yeah, see, that was good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to just put in this one for now, because this one was a little bit off center, and I want it more centered. I want to make sure it's right. So instead of just forcing it, we'll put this one on. We'll put that side piece on, and once it's on, then we'll be able to put it onto this guy even easier. You know, I think I actually have a second drill too. I should have grabbed that. All right, we're gonna lay it nice and flat. You know me, if you know me, I always just throw my freaking stuff all over the place. And then I'm only going to put them in about 3/4 of the way. I like doing that. It gives me a little wiggle room. All right. Enough that it's not moving too much, though. All right. Yeah. Put you in the little hole. All right, next. I wonder if I can get my little guy up here. Let's see. I just barely can, but, you know, we'll make a tight fits work for us, no problem. All right. So let's see. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, that's now one piece. So let's go do it down here again. And then I'm probably going to flip the whole thing just so that way it's, you know, more facing towards your guys. Because I don't want to have my back to you guys for like 5 minutes, you know what I mean? Not to say that my backside's bad, man. You can check it out. Go for it. You know, I should have bring the monitor down here today to see the chat. All right, let me get the next one. So these came in 2 packs, and they're just like little squares. Not bad at all, you know? Yeah, cool. And I do commissions and custom orders as well. As you can see, obviously, I'm just starting up doing these kind. All right, get my pencil. All right. So, next, pre-drill. I can't flip it as much as I want anymore because obviously this piece is attached. So we're just going to leave it like that. That's interesting. I didn't realize that, but these are slightly offset of each other. I freaked out for a second because I looked at my pencils and I was like, that's off. I was like, how am I that off? And it's like, oh, that thing is actually slightly not centered. And just so you know, you don't technically, some people will say you don't have to pre-drill. That's on you. It's your wood, right? If you want to split it that badly. Because if you don't put any kind of pre-drills, the wood has a tendency to split. And especially if you're in the edges here. If you're in the center or something, I wouldn't be as big of a deal. But because I'm literally 1/2 inch away from the edge here, it's like I really want to make sure. And it took me a while to find a piece that I liked because a lot of them had some kind of damage to it. And I didn't love that, but I was like, eventually I found enough pieces that, work. Because sometimes the edges are just screwed up and it's like you have to put that thing on there flat, It's like, I kind of need it to be good. The other thing that's nice about pre-drilling holes is you can shove that screw in there a little bit. There we go. I didn't pre-drill that one maybe enough. It was still a little tight in there. That's fine. I'm used to a tight hole. It'll work out. All right, one more. Perfect. A little tiny bit loose, but still solidly in there. Just maybe 3 or 4 turns until it'd be solid. That way, if your pre-drill is kind of slightly off or something, it's like you can still fix it, All right, like that. That. And the angle of bracket itself seems a little not perfectly straight on this one, so that will be a little more challenging, but we'll figure it out. These products nowadays, everything's made in China, right? So everything's within a tolerance. It's not always accurate. And then Okay, so that's where it is. All right. And then I will vacuum all of this up eventually, you know, the little dust and everything. Put my little guy. There he goes. I was like, I knew I just had him right there. Doop, doop. Alrighty then. These. All right, one in. Oh. All right. So, oh, you know what? Let's finish these ones off too. All right. Bam. Watch out for the stuff that's already there. All right. Now, to do the same thing again. I mean, realistically, that's what we're doing today. And I won't be testing this because this is kind of like very grueling to do by myself. Yeah, I just don't think I have. I was trying to think if I had to or not, and I'm just not sure I do. I might. I think I do, and then, you know, it's like one of those things. It's like, where actually is it right this very second? I don't know, because I don't use it all that often. Who does, right? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And same thing on this side. Get it right to that edge. This is also kind of a birthday present to myself. Obviously also to my customers too, right? Because I'll be able to offer them something new, but also it was kind of a birthday gift to me because, as you can see, there's no rug here. There's like a cheap Amazon rug right here that, that's just like nothing. It's literally like a $20 rug, right? So it's like, the plan was, as you can see, that was kind of the whole plan, is like, I wanted something this big to then put here, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the idea. I was like, man, I need something this big. And a lot of people that market and stuff like that, they've been saying like, oh, I'll buy a 6-foot rug from you. And you're like, okay, I mean, if you say so. So it's like, we'll see if the customers really, if they really want to or not. But as you can see, I'll be the first customer. I'll be making one for myself. And what it will be is a progress flag, which is, the trans flag, people of color, and the LGBT flag all put together. And so that will be a big flag sitting right here. So anytime you see my floor, I'll just like have it there. I'm thinking that one, I have some other ideas too, but that was the main one because it's a perfect square or rectangle. All right. Wood is such an interesting thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's a fascinating thing. It's like when you drill into it, you can start to like feel, because it was a living thing, right? That built itself over time, much like my channel. And, trying to learn and grow and do all that, it's very fascinating to see this like living thing. Like, for instance, there was like a little knot in this guy. And so it took a little longer to drill into, but then, this tree will hopefully be used for really good things, making, wonderful art. And as the pre-treated stuff is like 3 times more expensive, this is not pre-treated in any way. And so I am considering painting it or some way spray painting something like that, but no one else really does because, it is treated enough. Cool. But Thursday we will be doing this. This is what, Thursday I'll either be making the progress flag or making some kind of big rug. Just depends on if I can find all the yarn in time. Because basically that means tomorrow I have to go find yarn, make sure I have enough. Because I have some, but I don't think I have enough to make this big of a rug, you know? Also, another little side random tip. This thing is smaller ever so slightly than that. Slightly, like they're basically the same, but you don't want it bigger for sure. But this can be slightly smaller and it's fine. All right. Sure, from this top-down angle, you can really see how much in my 30s I am. Again, I didn't put it all the way. That way, this has a little bit of room to wiggle on that side if it needs to. But then we'll go back to it in a minute and finish it off. All right. Yeah, so that's looking nice and square on that side. I mean, you have two right angle brackets, so I mean, it can only be but so crooked at this point, right? All right. All right. Okay. All right. Switch back over one last little time, for at least this part. Pencil out. Oh, also, I don't know if I forgot to mention, this costs $50. All told, all the nails, or screws, the angle brackets, the 4 pieces of wood, because technically it was 3 2x8s, 1 2x10 that I cut in half. And the 3/8 were these guys, were basically 1, 2, and then the third one was this other little piece that got chopped up. So it was like 2 3-foot sections and a 2-foot section. And that was the 3 pieces, then 1 2x10 that got cut in half to 2 5s. And so that's the whole thing there. And eventually I'll make this into a little tutorial and, have that all on screen for everyone. But for today, you're just going to have to trust me that it was. There we go. That's just going to flop over, huh? All right, that's fine. I've been watching today Adam Hatton. He's another YouTuber, and he's a Disney YouTuber. He usually does 1-hour vlogs, and then he'll do like a 5-day vacation at Disney World or something like that, and then do 1 hour on each day. Well, today he decided to put a 4-hour one out of his whole 1-week vacation. And so I have been burning through that all day. Because obviously 4 hours is quite a long time. And so it's taken me a while. It took me breakfast, lunch, and then now it'll get to dinner time and I'll still be watching it. Because I'm an adult. I don't have 4 hours during the daytime to just sit around and do nothing, and watch that all day. But as I've said in the past, I do love Disney tubing. It's just a bunch of happy people being at, the happiest place on earth, right? All right. Whew. What are you guys saying? My bad if I'm in it for a second. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the wood smells good for sure. Oops. All right. Woo! So, what's next? I'll shoot this camera. What's next? So, I have a frame. All right? And it's, not going too many places. Obviously, it's only attached on the inside right now, not on the outside. So, that means that we're going to need to put some more stuff on it. Let's go ahead and layer back down. I just wanted to show that it was and is freestanding if I really wanted it to be, but, oops, my shoe got untied. Safety first, always, we say here, right? There we go. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we got these pieces as a little base, and then what's going to happen is, actually wrong pieces. I'm going to do these little guys. All right. That's the 4-footers, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So now we need to, because it basically is a big square or rectangle right now, and so we want it to have the ability to stay upright. So what we're going to do is take a piece of wood like that, drill it into the middle of these, and then this part down here, yeah, you guys can see that, yeah. This part down there will then be drilled into the center here. Then I'm going to take these small ones, one on each side, and then these small ones on the other side, and kind of drill those in as well, so that way, along with these little guys, so that will go like into here. And that way you have a nice little piece. Well, technically the other direction, but you understand what I'm trying to say. And if not, then you can watch it, all right? But yeah, so yeah, that's one of the 4-footers, yeah. But they have 4 4-footers, just because of how the math on everything worked out. And actually, this is 3 feet. Oh, I said 4, didn't I? I keep saying 4, don't I? But it's 3, not 4. Dear Chris, basic math. All right, so I'll try. I keep saying 4. God, I speak sometimes too fast, like my brain is not thinking. Because I keep thinking 4 because there's 4 corners. And it's like I keep thinking of that way, but it's not the correct way. What is correct is we're going to take a 3-foot section, which is exactly as much as my ruler. And why I wanted to point that out is because this is a center finding ruler. So if you actually look in the center, there's a point. Now the other side is different, but this one is called a center finding ruler. And that's why I did it 3 foot. That's why I did it 3 foot perfectly. So that way I can just literally go there and draw that. All right, so let's start at 2. Quarter. All right, cool. So what I did was I found the center. And with the center ruler, it's really easy, right? You just put it right in the middle, it's right there. Then this wood is not actually 4 inches. They claim it's 4 inches, but it's really not 4 inches. They have to grinder 4 inches there for you, you know what I mean? But yeah, so it actually is 3 1/2. So then I went into the center of that and found that. So now I know where to place this guy on it. And then also drew some other ones that are equally 1 inch apart from it, just to kind of give myself a guide. And then we're going to do it. Yeah, we're going to do it to this one too. That way I have both of these already prepped. And that's 1 for each side. Yeah, same thing with this one. It's 3 and technically slightly under 3 1/2. Both of them were slightly under 3 1/2. 1 1/2, 1 1/2. There we go. Now I have kind of my guide of what I wanted to do. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's get all of this out the way. All of that out of the way. And then these ones, the extra ones, I can actually put like straight up just drill to the bottom like that and have it along the way as well, if I want. Or I'll probably just put 1 in the center. And it was just kind of the way the wood worked. You just ended up having a little bit extra. And that's fine. As I said, I want to make multiple frames, and so I'll use that piece another day. You know what? Let's put it. Let's just put it on there. Hey, little guy. All that crap out the way. And this is why I said someone else would have been helpful. Because this is going to be very, very hard to do. So, that is what we're going for. Now, luckily for me, I do have tile. It's actually gabardine tile is what this stuff is called. Which means I can do this. Boom. I kick that this way. It ended up being the kind of same thing there, right? 1 in the center as well. That's smaller. But yeah, there we go. That's what we're headed towards. And so we're going to put multiple screws into this sucker. And so I just want to kind of show you what I was headed for, and then now let's prep it. All right. Water break. Woo! Let's do this shit. Yeah. All right. So now we have 1-inch screws, flathead Phillips. And these are wood screws. And they're also super shiny for some reason. I don't know if I showed them off. There you go. They're like very shiny. So kind of the same thing we just did before, but now without the guide and helpful hand of that angle bracket to kind of help us. Now we don't really have that anymore. We're just flying by the seat of our pants kind of thing. Also, again, being as this is my first one ever, no guarantee this is going to work. Ooh, actually, you know what? I need longer screws, don't I? Do I have longer screws? Hold on. I should have some longer screws somewhere. If not, we might have to pick this up another day when I go get my bigger screws. Let's use these ones instead. Yeah, because they're only that long, all right? So, what I want them to do is put them... I thought I did. 1 second. Let's see if I have some longer ones. Otherwise, I have to pre-drill it a different way. All right. Well. All right, let's try it this way then. All right. Perfect. So that should work then. Put them through it. Still need to be longer, don't they? I have the wrong screws then. All right. Let me just go get some more then. Yeah, why not? Let's go get some more. All right. Yeah. All right, so I was thinking I was going to use these guys, but I was thinking they were longer than what they are. Yeah, that might work. What I was thinking, though, is it might be better to get longer screws then. That way I can attach these, because they should have been 1.5 inches, not inch. I was just thinking that, you know. It's one of those things is you don't think about it, well, the first second or two. I'm trying to work it all out in my head, you know. And it's like, I think what I need to do is get 1.5 inch screws. So then I can put them from the bottom through to the top. But I don't have 1.5 inch screws right now. So I might go get them. What time is it? 4 o'clock? Yeah, I can go get it. All right, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Let's think about it for a second, and then we'll act once we think about it. So it's going to be like that, and then I wanted to put some screws from the bottom onto it, and then take these ones and put them here. And technically they were going to go there, but that kind of ended up hanging off. Put them like that. And like this. Like that. That is what I was thinking. You see what I'm saying? So this makes it flat. And we can't use 1 inch there, but I'm not worried about that. I could actually kind of like push it out anyways, right? Like, but. What I can do for now then, well, that going to the gym is coming in handy. All right. So that's what I'm thinking. If you can see it there. If not, I can kind of rearrange it over here too. Like that. Bam. So what we can do is we'll finish, oops, put that back down. So what we will do is we'll finish these parts, get that done, drill this into that, into the frame itself, and then put the tack on. And then, because tack we want on last. We really want that on last, because otherwise all of this is just nails, right? All of that's just nails. So it's like you don't want that. You want that on absolutely last. So yeah, I think, and then we won't, for now, I won't drill this into there. I'll just drill these two pieces together. Cool. So let's do that. And then I can do with the screws I already have and everything like that. All right, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, there it is. And right in front of me. This. Guess we'll go over there for you guys, because you'll be able to see over there. Oh, actually, that. Let's see. Can you see? You know what? Let's put you down there. All right. So eventually our wood's going to go here. You know, your frame's going to go here. It's going to get drilled into that guy, right? So for now, we can get this piece connected to this piece. And I'm going to leave it on this wood for now, because that's where it's going to be eventually. And we're going to eventually drill this one into that guy. That way, because this is the back of the frame, I should also say that. This is the back of the frame. So as it's being drilled, boom, 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 you have this whole thing here stopping it. All right, so you're trying to stop that force because you're pushing in. You push, 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 and you hit it with the thing. So you want something like this that's very flat and has, you know, a support on it. And there you go. And that's what we get. That's correct, that's correct. I think we have to take that off, it's fine. So, let's get to work. Cool. Actually, I like having at least one glove on, especially the glove that's like holding the wood, because there are tiny splinters in it. Is this not connected all the way? What is going on here? Does it keep stopping? Did it only draw one of them? Oh! There's tape on the back. Guys, I'm dumb. All right. So I drew into it with this tape on the back. And if there's tape on the back, then how does my marking go through? What's wrong with me? Oh, that was dumb of me. That was very dumb of me. Can you tell it's an hour into the stream already? Like, you know what I mean? Okay. All right. As we're an hour or so into the stream, hey, my name's Chris Collected. I'm a queer, subversive artist specializing in digital and physical media. I make cool shit, so you should subscribe. Or for people that don't like cussing, I make cool stuff, so you should subscribe. I think cussing's kind of a generational thing. Like, I never quite understood what cuss words even were. I was like, people would say, be like, you can't say this word. I'd be like, great, give me 15 reasons why. And then you just see this blank stare go on their face like, well, my mom told me I couldn't. It's like, well, that's reason one. You got 14 more to go. Because, I mean, those same people oftentimes say that gay people weren't a thing either, right? So it's like, I learned throughout life is maybe not everyone's as correct as they think. All right. But I try not to as much as I used to. I was a very angsty teen being in the closet and everything, so I was very angsty. And now I'm more of a stud now, right? Like, every once in a while I still get frustrated. But I'm trying to get better at it because, like, for instance, at the market I was at on Saturday, there was a family of, that lady had like 8 kids, all blonde, blue hair, blue eye little boys. I was like, nothing but boys too. I was like, dang girl. I literally told her, I was like, you are repopulating the blonde, blue hair population single-handedly. And she starts laughing. She's like, you tell me what? She's like, I've been wanting a girl, you know what I mean? It's like, she's like, thinking, are you gonna get a girl? Another boy pop out. You're like, shoot. Like, maybe the 10th one will be the one, you know? All right. Cool. So that's one done. Let's get it fully drilled in. Might try to come back in with a manual, you know, smaller guy, but I think he should be good. You know, he's not moving. That's good. That's one support done. One more to go. We'll do that way. That way you don't see the text when I'm done. And then we want the long one up top. And again, I like assembling it on this thing, just like for now, just to kind of get a look at it and be like, okay, that's how it's supposed to look. Now let me get my pencil out. I remembered this time. As soon as I did it, I felt the plastic this time, and I was just like, oh, yeah, plastic. But just if you're curious, I'm using a 10-inch by 8-inch medium-duty shelf bracket with a max load of 160 pounds, which this thing ain't no 160 pounds. And it's not really being used as a shelf bracket anyways. But they had heavy duty, and it was like an extra couple bucks, and I was like, nah. I was like, it's not. I was like, I don't think so. All right. Also, I'm wearing shoes today. I don't normally wear shoes in my house, right? I mean, who does? But, you know, I wanted to make sure that when I'm stepping on anything, that I'm accidentally stepping on a screw or accidentally stepping on something else, whatever, that I have it covered. Then again, I am sitting on the floor, so, you know, I don't know how effective that was really. If you like seeing a man hard at work, then go ahead and boop that little light button. It'll help me out a bunch. Normally we make rugs, not just rug frames, and then also make a lot of tote bags and things like that as well. I just got in over 30 yards, yeah, about 30 yards or so of anime fabric. So if you like anime, I got One Piece, I got Demon Slayer, and I got Naruto. Because frankly, it's hard to find fabric of any of the others. You know, they're just not as popular. Fabric-wise, they're just not as popular. You know, trust me, I would love to get, oh, also Studio Ghibli. Need some more screws, I need some more screws. Any comments? Much love over here to, oh, thanks, buddy. I shouldn't be like, read it there, but yeah. Yeah, thanks, LJ. Also, I will be having a giveaway start tomorrow on my Instagram, H of I Rugs. It will run to the 25th of this month, which is my birthday. And so it'll be running to then, and it's kind of the whole idea is, you know, the best gift you can give me is a subscription right now, right? I mean, buying something from the website is even better, let's face it, but, you know, I'll take a subscription. If you can't afford anything, then a free subscription is the best. And of course, that's also the day that my Patreon will be launching. And what the Patreon will be is me making stuff that you want sent to your house directly, and you'll be able to basically pre-order it. So you tell me the fabric, say like, oh, I love this sports team, or I love this, and then you tell me, all right, I like the tote bags that you make. I'm gonna be making more stuff all month. So that way I have like 5 or 6 products that you can choose from and be like, hey, I want this, and then I make it for you. And then I can send it to your mom, I can send it to your brother, I can send it to you, directly to them, and I'll package it, I'll put it in a nice little things like, hey, happy birthday from, you know, CFL or LJ or whoever, and that way you could literally have a gift be custom made and sent to their house. Or I can send it to you and you can go, you know, give it to them too if you have other gifts, something like that for the person. But that's the idea. It's kind of like instead of edible arrangements or instead of, you know, this kind of junk off Amazon type stuff that people just like, hey, I'm just going to pop you over a $10 gift card. It's like, hey, I know you like Britney Spears, or I know you like, you know, you know, the Dallas Cowboys. Here, I had this made for you. And of course, it gives me a solid income on a month-to-month basis. And then feel free to pause or cancel anytime. And, you know, you can come right back. So like for Christmas time, you can come and have something made, or, you know, whenever you have a birthday or a special event. And if you need more than one, I'm going to have one tier called like the business tier, where it's just like you need 10 or 15 made so that your corporation can give them out as gifts. Awesome. You know, we can even have custom fabric made for you if that's something that you ultimately desire. And you're like, oh, I really need it to have my logo on it. I know Umpty has been talking about doing that for a little while. Making something like that. And so that's what we're going to be doing moving forwards in the company. I'll be making stuff, doing these markets, but also doing a Patreon and having all that lovely stuff. That way I can have a solid monthly income and also be still able to flex make whatever I need and whatever fabric I find. And I'll order it from China, order it from America, order it from wherever in the world. And if it costs a little bit too much, well, you know, we can deal with the price and the increase there. But otherwise, it'll be, you know, $10 for this stuff. All right. So at this point, I think we're going to be done. Because I need 2-inch screws and I don't have 2-inch screws. Because I was thinking about it, I thought about it and I forgot that I would need 2-inch screws. You know, first time doing something, right? Because we have this that needs to be drilled into this. So these 2 pieces need to be drilled together, and that requires 1.5-inch screws. Because this is 1 inch, that's 1 inch. And I didn't think about it. I was like, oh yeah, 1-inch screw, that's fine. And I forgot about like, oh no, it's not gonna be fine at all. Because that is 1 inch. so I'm gonna need 1.5-inch screws, Chris, duh. All right, what am I looking for? There it is. Yeah. Yeah, because 1.5 will be perfect. That's what I need. I need 1.5-inch screws. And then I can screw this piece down to this base piece, and then screw this piece into that frame, both of which require the bigger screws that I don't have. So we're going to be done for the day, and then I'll probably just do a live stream tomorrow, is what I think what we'll do, is we'll do a live stream tomorrow. Because what are we at? Yeah, we're an hour and a half already? Yeah, hey. I am a flamboyant gay man, okay? Let's be honest with ourselves. You know what I mean? In my family, I was officially the gopher, which if you don't know what that means if you don't know what a gopher is someone who goes and gets things. Like, go for this, go for that, go get me water, go get me that tool, go get this. That was my name since time I was a baby, was Gopher. And so, for this gopher to be making his own little holes, trust me, is quite the thing. All right, I'm by myself doing this, and literally I had to cut wood twice today because I forgot the cross beams, the sides, and then forgot that it was 6 feet, not 7, so it's a foot big as well. But we living, we learning out here, right? There's no problems, only solutions, all right? And it's already, and trust me, in Phoenix, it would take me an hour to go get these screws because it's very, very. It's 4 o'clock traffic here. So on Baseline Road, which is like the main road in the city. And I'm at like the worst part of it. 48th Street and Baseline is it's like basically it's gonna be solid. It'll be 30 minutes to go a half a mile right now. So we're not gonna do that. Because I looked at the time, I was like 4 to 6 o'clock, I don't wanna be on that road. But it's all right. So I'll wake up tomorrow, I'll go get that. I'll start getting some yarn for whatever I need. And then Wednesday at probably 3 o'clock, we'll do another stream. And I'll finish it up then, because I don't need to play video games. I mean, Cyberpunk is just a video game, it's just for fun. And then I will be buying probably Legend of Zelda this month or Dead Island. I haven't decided which. So if you guys have a preference, then you can tell me what preference you have. If you'd rather watch Dead Island 2, or if you'd rather watch Legend of Zelda. Because I want to play one of the two. I'm probably going to pick both of them eventually, but it's which one I want to pay full price for, which one I want to get on discount later, But we'll figure it out, because that's for my birthday this month. Again, it's May 25th, end of the month, but I celebrated all month. I'm one of those kind of weird people. It's birthday month for me, because no one else in my family, has one before me on May, right? I think my cousin does now too. And, everyone took May from me. My grandma has May. I think my cousin is now, right? She was May. So it's like, man, everyone take my stuff. But I still get the whole month. I don't care. It's still my month. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching me just randomly try to make this. We're struggling over here, but we're doing a great job. I have 6 people in here right now, so thank you absolutely so freaking much. Last year I had 1, maybe 2. Now I'm getting 6 every single time. And so thank you so much. Remember, giveaway happening tomorrow. Technically it was supposed to start 2 days ago, but I have not made the ad for it yet. So I have to stop doing this, then go make the ad, and then go get it done. But we're pushing out here, guys. We're, a lot of stuff, a lot of going on. And I'm really happy, and I'm just loving myself, loving this job. And so thank you so much. Trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, create a world that's safer for everyone. And, it's nice. Give everyone a break, It doesn't need to be perfect. Nothing needs to be, that's why we're the house of improvements out here. We're trying, we're improving, and I hope you can improve your life too. And, breathe, it's okay. It's all right to screw up. It's all right not to get it done. We'll figure it out. We'll move forwards. And that's all it is. And next time I'll have it written down, and I'll know what I need. Because I'm saying I'm going to build at least 2 more of these by the end of the year. Realistically, the plan is. One probably smaller, but because I'll make some lightsabers. Actually, should I announce that? Because you know what? I passed 100, so because you guys have been really nice to me, I'm going to tell you something, a little secret. So my first degree is in robotics and embedded systems. And so I'm going to be starting making some rugs here soon that light up. So the rug itself will completely light up. I'm working on the concept right now, trying to get it to work, how I'm going to glue this stuff in, how I'm going to get it to work. So it's not done yet. I have some prototypes I'm not going to show because they don't look good enough. I want to get them perfect, But I have a degree in robotics and in fashion design. So I'll always be I can make stuff in electronics, and I can make stuff, physical media art. So yeah. I'm going to make something that truly no one has ever seen and done before, and they will be available for sale. I think next month I'm going to start doing a line of lightsabers where they all, the saber will light up, And then do some bigger rugs too. But that was I was going to make one frame that's just to make those over and over again. But yeah, so that's a little tip for you guys, a little secret for anyone who hung out with me to the end here. Let's see, to the end of the month, I think it's called 50% contest. Will give you 50% off. I meant to go message everyone. I just haven't done it yet. But I'm probably going to extend it to next month just to help everyone out. But yeah, so that way you can get 50% off And then if you want anything from the website, you can message me. If you don't see something you want, contact me. I do customs commissions. I love chatting with people. You know, I'm always happy to talk to people. If you're local in Phoenix, maybe we can hang out or whatever, you know what I mean? There's always plans. There's always stuff that we can do. Yeah, a lightsaber rug, yeah. And I want to do like the big battle scenes too, and then have them all light up. It's gonna be really fun. The whole concept's like a cool concept that also gonna be very expensive, which is good for me. I need some money, so I was like, what can I do that's like truly no one else does? And I was like, oh yeah, I have a degree in lights and LEDs and all this kind of stuff and Arduinos and stuff. But yeah, thank y'all so much. See you on the next one, guys. Okay, tomorrow we'll finish this up. Thursday we'll make a rug out of it. And keep on pushing. The next one is June 5th, then June, 7 days after that? So the 13th, right? Yeah. And then, 12th. 12th. Yeah, and then 12th, and then like the 23rd or something. I have like 3 different ones next month. I'm like one basically every weekend. I'm like super packed. And then I got one in July I'm about to book. And so it's like, I'm just pushing, trying to get as many of these markets done. I fully gave myself like heat exhaustion over the weekend. So sorry if I'm not like at tip top right now, but we're working, we're improving, safety first, health first. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all. Trust, honor, create, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Bye, y'all.